Hey guys, did you know I've been a personal trainer for 31 years now, and people are constantly asking me diet nutrition advice. Now, I generally let them know, first of all, I'm not a dietitian, I'm not a nutritionist, but my basic advice is to be careful of when you eat. What you need to understand is the way your body looks at food isn't as something that just tastes good, isn't as something to keep you company, isn't as something to cheer you up, and it's not something to do while you watch TV. Actually, it's definitely not something to do while you watch TV. The way your body looks at food is as fuel, and that's all. See, your body's a machine. Now, what you need to understand is what's happened over the course of generations after generation after generation. We've turned eating into a social gathering, hence having a large dinner of a night time, because what it is, our dinner becomes a get-together. We all sit around the dinner table, we have our meal, we catch up, yada yada, you know how it goes. Whereas in reality, we don't need dinner, we don't need food of a night, we don't need a lot of food anyway of a night time, because we're about to go to sleep. Now, when you go to sleep, your body goes into a hibernation mode. So you're burning hardly any calories. Your body's only burning enough calories to survive, which isn't many because you're not doing much. You're not doing anything, you're asleep. But when you wake up in the morning, that's when your body knows it's about to get started. So you want to have a good breakfast. If you have a big breakfast, your body will then readily burn calories because you're filling it up when it needs it, right at the start of the day, when you're about to get started doing your work, your activities, whatever you're doing for that day. So you want to have a nice big breakfast, and the more protein you can have at breakfast, the better. It's going to satisfy you and keep you satisfied for the rest of the day. You want to have a nice big breakfast, and then at lunchtime, you want to refill the tank. Lunchtime, halfway through the day, you're still in your work day, refill your tank. You don't necessarily need as much as your breakfast, but you still want to have a big meal. Late in the afternoon, maybe have a light snack or something. For dinner, you don't really need anything. I generally have like a yogurt or some fruit. It's just something really light because you're about to go into hibernation mode. So what happens if you then, unfortunately what's happened is most people do things the wrong way around. When we have our nice big dinner, or whether it's our social gathering, we get together, talk to our mum, dad, our partner, our kids, whatever. And we have a nice big dinner. That food our body's not going to use because we're going to sleep. So what happens is, because we've got our diet nutrition habits arse end around, our body will then store that food as a fat. Because while carbohydrates are your body's preferred energy source, fat is your body's richest energy source. So your body will actually store that fat to use it later in case it needs it. So if you're not having your big breakfast and you're having your dinner, you're generally having your body's slowing your metabolism down, storing fat as a fuel to use later. Yet, if you're eating in the morning, having a nice big breakfast, having a nice lunch, your body will readily burn that fuel during the day. Otherwise, it stores the fat as fuel, your metabolism slows to a crawl, so you're not burning the energy that you need, and you're just surviving.